going to say, like, we've been conditioned now that basically to dispose of the elderly. We have, like, you know, put them in... Yeah, well, not dispose, but, like, in a sense, well, like, they're constantly trying to, like, push retirement higher up. They're trying to get rid of the pension. They're trying to... Like, everyone's like, well, the oldies have got to get... I understand old people, if they can't be looked after, they go to a nursing home, but to, like, get rid of them, put them in a nursing home as soon as possible. And that's, like, kind of what we... You know, look at majority of programs as well. Anytime they portray, like, an old person, it's like, well, you get your Grandpa Simpson there, you know?
Oh, like your feeble old man.
Your feeble old man who can't look after himself.
Yeah, but you know what? If I got old and Eli was, like, having a tough time, I don't want to be a burden on him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I get that.
I don't want to be... I'd rather him put me somewhere where I could associate with my own special kind of people.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
But you're under the assumption that, like... You're making
that I'll live that long. Who's going to go next week?
You're making the assumption that old people are burdens. Like,
No, personally.
I understand, like, if they got health issues and that.
Right, personally.
Okay, this is weird, because it brings up what we were talking about in the car, caste systems. You know, like in India?
Yeah.
We're trying to realise, do Persians have caste systems?
I wouldn't have a clue. I've always just thought it was India.
Out which societies and civilizations have caste systems. Like, you know, like the, what is it? The, like the Untouchables. Yeah.
The Untouchables, yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about caste systems on the way in, not chicks. That's what we talk about on the way in.
It's a nice drive down Albert Park. There are women jogging. So in India.
That's what we talk about.
Servants, you've got slaves.
What happened to you guys?
Yeah, man.
You used to be cool, man.
No, I'm being serious, dude.
No, wait a minute.
This brings up that, man. I know what you're saying about old people being burdens, right? Yeah. But that's a cultural issue as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true as well. Yeah, that is, because you look at a lot of ethnic...
Yeah, dude, how many wogs actually throw their parents in a nursing home? Very rare.
Absolutely.
Unless they're ill, and they need support
unless they physically cannot support them 24/7.
But they'll always go and see them.
Yeah,
I'll go and see them.
Yeah, I think the way, like, Europeans look at it is, like, if you put your mum or dad in a nursing home, you're basically putting them in there to die. That's our...
That's end of the line.
That's it. Like, so if you put them, like... And that might be what they think as well, but as, like, Aussies or whatever, they're probably thinking, well, this is, you know... I don't know what their perspective might be.
You know what the perspective is.
You know when...
Get it out of my hair, I want that house.
They kick the kids out at 18. Yeah. Or you pay board. Even a kid goes and goes, oh, I pay board at home. What the fuck's board? Oh, I pay to live at home. What? I was like, huh? It's different if you help.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
It's for the sake of helping someone.
At the same time, dude, you know what?
It's a responsibility,
You'd never find Aussies, like, say, over the age of 25 that had never ever lived out of home at all for any stint. Does that make sense? Or had a sense of responsibility. Could matter, even with, like, do you know what I mean? Even if they were in the house, they were paying board, they still had chores.
Away from me, man.
Oh, just come on now.
What are you doing? I like both of you getting fat over there. I'm sitting here starving.
Dude, this shit is the best.
No, I'm serious.
Snooze, you lose.
You know what, dude? A lot of Greeks probably would have done a lot better if they got forced to pay board from...
Absolutely.
The second they turned 19, right, and they got a job because they tried some job out of high school, didn't work. They got turned 19 as whatever, earning cash, and then they bought a BMW with their first bit of money. Never gave anything towards a house.
No.
You know what I mean?
Their parents would make salami. Why would they have to? Like, what's going on?
No. Like, never covered a bill, never covered a grocery bill, never cleaned up.
But that also is, I think, the parents' fault. That's the parents' fault too, though, because they train them to be that way.
That's true.
Everything comes back on the parents. I don't care what you say, all the time, no matter what.
How would you have a vetting process for people having kids?
Should they be allowed to have kids?
Yeah.
I don't think the science is there yet, Tim.
You're not about eugenics, man. Just breeding these people out.
Have you seen that movie, Gattaca?
No.
Very, very good film.
Why?
I can't remember it now, but I just remember it was really good. Basically, I think they limit your reproductive. Like, there was a tech where basically, as soon as they're born, like, they tie their tube. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. But, like, they kind of limit their ability to... There's more in that. There's also about caste systems in that. Yeah. But some way of, like, stopping them from being able to reproduce and then, like, going through some sort of, like you said, veto process where you have to apply to have children.
Okay.
and then it gets reversed.
Even just taking a deep breath.
Yeah, I'm taking it all in.
No, I'm serious.
Countries like, they've got a population crisis, India.
Oh, yeah.
And China, like legit, like...
Yeah, but the Chinese...
It's going to implode.
The Chinese people were paying people not to have kids, remember?
Yeah.
Back in the day. The Swedish government, was it Sweden or Norway, was paying people to have kids, and Greeks were just doing it for like a sport.
And Australia was handing out money for people from Frankston to buy TVs.
Well, don't they reckon like Korea and Japan are going to, like, the race itself, Koreans and Japanese, look, there's nobody, I think it was this year, last year, 2018.
Japanese.
But even Koreans as well, that, like, they had their first deficit in, like, births.
Oh, like what? Couldn't keep up with the population? Like
like more people died than
the mortality
births.
rates. The mortality rates.
More people died than were born in Japan last year.
That's the first.
I think and it's not the first, but it's the trend that's like it happened.
As in, they can say the last 5 years it was trended.
Yes, it's been trending, and I think they're saying in like the next, it's like 200 years. They're saying like the race of Japanese people and Korean people won't exist if they don't start having more babies
At all.
Yeah.
How long?
I think they said 200 years.
200 years for it to die out. Man,
That's not a long time.
nah. Dude, what's
It's
200
not-
years?
2 lifetimes.
Yeah. I can probably name relatives from 200 years ago, man, if I go down far enough. Yeah. But do you think about it, yeah? Why do you think that is? I know why. I know.
Well, Japan's very
Cold and heartless people. Cold and heartless.
Dude, they're the most friendly diplomatic
They are,
people on
man.
the planet,
No.
but they're cold and heartless.
No, when it comes to love.
they're very overworked there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's because
they've got like one of the highest suicide rates in the world.
their suicide
That
rates
high,
are
yeah.
ridiculous,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
They
I saw a
work-
documentary on suicide forest in Japan.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, I actually saw it. Did you see it? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I go there and people just go there to die. Fucked
Yeah.
up.
There's an
legit.
island as well, apparently.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
He'd gone there to die, didn't finish himself off, and then survived there for like how many years? They thought he was dead. So then he came back to mainland and they freaked out. Like,
Ordered some ramen noodles.
Choked on.
Literally.
Survived the island.
On the run. Dude, that'd be like Castaway. Tom Hanks finally survives the island. He's in that room, you know, where he's about to see his ex-wife or whatever.
yeah, his wife, yeah.
And he's eating the peanuts in the water and he chokes on the peanuts.
Sorry, he didn't make it.
The most non-ceremonious, like, exit ever.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to go. Seriously. No, but in all seriousness, about Japan. Yeah, they're the most overworked to the point where their social structure, their culture, man, it's really contrasted.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're all family orientated to the point where they encourage inter-office relationships. So people like, you know, like the royal family marry their cousins to keep it in the family. If you're working at Nissan,
IBM.
if you're working at what's another really Japanese what's a camera brand? The famous camera brand.
Hisense, man.
No. The Japanese camera. Is it Nikon? Nikon
Does that start with K?
Nikon.
Yeah, it's Nikon.
Yeah.
Everyone they encourage everyone to start banging.
Yeah, he's the CEO from Fuji Films. He's the CEO from Nikon. Perfect. You've got a son, we've got a daughter.
Mate.
Yeah, literally. They would encourage that, man.
You're right to that extent, but then like to put the family first, get it all there, but then they're not actually there because they're too busy working.
Yeah, and then I got friends in Japan, like family friends, and he's an Aussie, so he was here for like how many years, and then he went over there, he married a Japanese woman. They were here for I don't know how long, and I remember him leaving Melbourne to move to Japan permanently. I was probably a kid. I don't think I was in high school yet, so I would have been a kid, maybe first year high school. And he told me, like, I remember when he'd write letters or like call us or when he'd come to visit, he'd tell us that it's insane. Like they'd work hours and then they'd work overtime, like it was expected. As in, like, you know, you got your 40-hour week.
Yeah.
Mad, 15 hours overtime this week. That was just part of your average week. And then it was like, do you want overtime on the overtime? And then you never took holidays. If you took 2 days holidays,
You can't even, like, you're looked down on if you
it's
take
like-
a day off
like
for a
you're
sickie.
lazy
For a
or-
sickie, yeah, if you take a
how
sickie.
dare you take 2 days off for a holiday? Like it's unheard of.
That's taken to extreme.
Yeah.
Unless
that's how it
you're dead. Like pretty much. Like you better be dead.
And then they just die from a Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I
but
know.
it was that degree. And then, because their social structure is so based on, like, public face, diplomacy, decorum, respect, like, saving face to them is huge. You know what I mean? And that whole thing, like, the ability to just socialise on any level is sort of turned on its head. And then you've got the extremes of like their sex district. We've talked about that before, I think.
Yeah.
Where they've got full fetish zones in the city to cater for fetishes. Dude, you can go to a vending machine and buy like your Snickers. We just go like,
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
and then next to the Snickers is literally anime, like hentai porn. You know what I mean? Like tentacle porn or something.
Or you can buy a pussy pocket or whatever.
Yeah, and it's normal. Like, and
throw a tenner in there. And
you know what I mean? Whereas, like, so people look at my phone sometimes.
but that's what intimacy is gone now.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
why.
saying like,
Well, yeah, because I was going
look at my phone and I've got like a wallpaper of like a chick with a thick ass, and they're like, oh, what was that? Like, it's just a fucking
Just an ass.
Relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're in Australia, where people get naked at the beach.
I think people are under the assumption that Japanese people are very, like, reserved when it comes to, like, sex and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but they're actually not.
No.
And that's why, like, they can have stuff like that out.
Yeah.
They have it, yeah.
Dude, all
Let's
the
go to
animes,
Tokyo.
It's the only it's the only country that has a legalized version of. I want to say this properly. It's only become
Starts an
recent.
international incident right now.
It's only. I saw a documentary on this.
They criticise us in Melbourne.
It was what's that pommy guy that goes around and does all those docos? He's famous.
Louis Theroux.
Yeah, he did one, and it was about Japan.
Yeah.
And it was basically how they've got the only culture that I'm aware of where, not that it's acceptable, but it's more blasé when it comes to, you know.
got careful as bang as well.
Yeah. do you know, like your lolly, you know what that, well, not pedophilia, but basically minor stuff.
Lolita.
Oh, Lolita porn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
But to the extent where, like, they have sections in the back of a shop where it's just there, and they can just go and get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all their schoolgirl, Harajuku girl fantasy shit,
Like,
man.
all that kind
all
of shit.
seems to something.
Yeah.
And they've got the most bizarre twisted fetishes in the world.
Dude, yeah.
Now, that's Japan.
Yeah.
Stuff you see in Japan, and this is the difference, yeah? Like, I've gone to Thailand and I've seen some shit that I probably can't ever unsee, and it wasn't hard to do. You're just walking on the street, someone pulls you in and says, hey, drinks, show, $20. It's like, well, all right, I don't know what I'm doing, but okay. And then you walk out like, what the hell did I just see? Yeah.
What just happened? It's like 6 a.m.
I copped it on the first trip 10 years ago. I copped that. I was like, where am I? And then I walked out. But that happens in Thailand, and it's all it's all hush hush, but it's not. It's there in your face, hidden in plain sight. Whereas in Japan, you've got tentacle porn comic books you can buy in a vending machine with a fucking price tag on it and paying GST on it. Does that make sense?
But the mortality rate, I mean, the birth
how does
rate
that
is
work?
dropped.
Where's the balance? Speaking of caste systems, do they have caste systems in Japan?
I don't know.
That's actually a good question. Can you look that up?
Yes.
I still want to know what the caste system is in India. Like, what it actually is. Not just us saying the serf and the beggar and the noble. This guy's laughing. Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
I'm serious, man. It's a legit question. What is... I mean, who are the untouchables?
I don't know. I always thought it was people that were, like, rich, but then I'm hearing it was poor people. Like, how does that work?
No, the untouchables were the servants, weren't they?
So don't know.
Google it, someone, for the life of God. I haven't got an old person to ask.
So, in Japan, the caste system was abandoned and abolished in 1871.
No, it wasn't.
It's still there.
That's how they say the thuggy don't exist anymore, but they do.
The thuggy?
Yeah.
What are the thuggy?
It's like, they reckon the biggest organised crime syndicate in the world.
What, Japan?
Oh, did you say Japan? I thought you meant India.
No, India has it.
India's, the caste system. So how does it work? Come back to that.
System, as it exists today, is thought to be the result of developments during the collapse of the Mughal.
The Mughals, yeah. You talked about them like
and British colonial regime in India. Since 1950, the country has enacted many laws and social initiatives to protect and improve the socio-economic conditions of its lower caste people.
Okay, so how many levels are there? Does it say?
2.
The rich, the poor.
This photo.
You're a dickhead, man.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, it makes sense, doesn't it?
You're either well off or you're not. That's on your census. Mate, do you have any money?
Okay, so here, the untouchables in India are outcast, out of caste, street sweepers.
What?
So what makes them untouchable?
Latrine cleaners.
Why are they untouchable?
Because they're the only ones that will fucking do it.
So no one can touch them.
No. So these are untouchables. The Sudra is the commoners, the peasants, the servants. Like, they're the lower class.
How do you fall in that? Just because you're bloodline or whatever?
Probably.
So Vaish,
Along the same lines of like nobility in Europe, like you got to marry someone who's rich, who's already rich.
and now this would be like the middle class, I'm guessing. Like, it's a third rank out of 5. The Vaishya is merchants, landowners. So you're kind of like, okay, you're not like anything special, but then you've got the Kshatriya, which is like your warriors and your kings. So I'm guessing like I'm guessing that's like your army generals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like your high ranking. Then you got the top of the food chain, which is the Brahmin, which is like your priests and your academic. So we're talking.
Does that mean cow? Doesn't Brahmin mean cow? Brahmin?
Brahmin.
Is there untouchable? You can't.
Because it's a cow, isn't it?
Brahmin.
Isn't that another
name
word
for a cow?
Yeah,
isn't it? I think so. Yeah.
Got another picture here where it's saying doesn't have the untouchables, but yeah, the Sudras are like farm workers, servants, labourers.
So basically, the lowest rung of society.
Usually we clean an Indian toilet. Could you imagine?
But I wonder if that's because
I haven't had a solid bowel movement in about 300 years since the Persians moved out and took away all the meat.
But could you imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
But dude, their population problem is like you'd have literally 60 people living in this room here.
yeah, it's through the roof.
Yeah.
We're spoilt for choice. We're spoilt for land in Australia.
But India's got the most billionaires in the world.
Yeah.
One of the richest, like...
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, but the mob runs everything there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why Bollywood, there's no product placement. You know, in Hollywood, there's like, everyone's got like an iPhone or there's a nice shot of a laptop, you know what I mean? Yeah, Bollywood movies, no product placement because the mob funds all the movies. That's a legit empire.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you say the
thuggy.
Yeah. How do you spell
It's where the word comes from, thug.
I don't know this.
Tim doesn't know something.
Well, you're older than me, of course, so in your senility...
Yes, listen to you. Yes,
you managed to shit out a fact.
I'll give you a fact as your elderly senior.
In my day. Thuggy, how do you spell it? Just thug?
Thug and then E.
All right, man.
Double E, maybe? I don't know.
Calm down.
Doggy.
Thuggy, yeah.
I think they're like...
The thuggy. Here we go. It's in Urdu, Nepalese, Sanskrit, Bengali, okay, so Punjabi. Refers to the acts of thugs, an organised gang of professional robbers and murderers. The English language word thug traces its roots to the Hindi word, which means swindler or deceiver.
Swindler. I love
the
that
British had big problems with them, I think.
Yeah, this term describing the murder and robbery of travellers is popular in the northern parts of the Indian subcontinent, particularly India. Thugs are said to have travelled in groups across the Indian subcontinent. One recorded by D.F. MacLeod traced that the 7 Muslim tribes formed from those who fled Delhi after murdering a physician. Yeah, it's just... they're
just a gang.
Thugs are said to have operated as gangs of highway robbers, tricking and later strangling their victims.
Apparently they're really brutal.
So they're like the Indian version of like the Crips and Bloods.
Yeah.
The Latin Kings.
Probably.
It's not that, but you know what I'm saying. Like that kind of brutality. Almost like
the Indian gangbangers.
Don't come here, bitch!
What's the music in the bar? Dingy dingy dingy. With that song that's always in it.
Yeah.
Have you heard Indian rap? It's mad.
No, I haven't. To it.
Oh, dude, it's mad.
Are you serious?
Listen around.
Imran Khan, man.
Yeah, but like proper hardcore
Imran Khan, man.
Indian gangster rap.
Have you heard it in my house or my car?
Dude, I listen. Oh yeah, from this guy.
Dude, hang on, man. I finally, after so long of this podcast, dude,
gets to play it.
Are you serious? You didn't know? I've been listening to Indian.
Was he a cricketer?
He was a cricketer turned politician. He's actually the president of Pakistan.
Yeah.
Massive voting scandal. They fucked with the ballots, man.
They don't fuck around those countries, man.
Dude, I met up with a mate of mine yesterday who's
small bread.
Huh? Yes. I make friends with this is no shit.
Gold, dude. Fucking gold.
Dude, this is no joke. I make friends with like Uber drivers and cabbies purely because they'd be playing something in the car, and I'm like, "Hey, man," I go, "That's Honey Singh." I go, "That's Yo-Yo Honey Singh's brown rangs." And they look at me like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Dude, trust me." I go, "Get on, Imran Khan's track president role." You go, "You love it." I end up leaving him with like playlists. I've got videos of me. I've got videos of me, no shit, leaving clubs in the morning at like 3 a.m, going back home in a cab drunk, Bluetoothing like Punjab music from my phone onto the cabbie's deck. I'm not even joking. And he's like bouncing along. I'm sitting there singing words. Dude, This is Imran Khan. He's Pakistani from Amsterdam, and he's singing in Punjab.
Now, why I hear this all the time as well? Because the dudes at the car washes here are all Indian, and they smash music every Friday, and they have beers, and this is all you hear.
Dude, this is my most played song for the last,
These thuggies
last year and a half.
sit around. These thuggies sit around and
This guy's the best. Dude, I listen to this stuff like non-stop. Man. I can name 100 artists, 100 songs. Dude, I'm not even joking.
I just said Papa Cap in India.
I'm dead serious. I'm serious. You didn't know that?
No.
Okay, so what are you saying?
Because these guys listen to it all the time as well, like
Come one
downstairs.
day on a Friday, man. I'll pull in my car.
And they just have beers and shit, man. They sit outside and they listen to this shit.
Dude, I will come down one day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'll blow their minds. It's the best. Dude, my Pakistani friend, I used to work with him, yeah? He's Afghan. He's Pashto, but he was born in Pakistan because of the war, basically. Yeah? He's between 5 and 6, been here for about 10 years, over 10 years. I became friends with him. He was working with me for like, a couple months, 4 or 5 months. I don't know. Never said anything to him, just, like nodded him. And then one day I was on a forklift moving pallets like in the thing, and one of this guy's songs had just come out, and I was singing like the chorus or the hook, and he's come around the corner, he's like, "What the hell are you singing, man?" I go, "What do you think I'm singing?" He's like, "You singing Imran Khan?" I go, "Yeah, man." I go, "Imaginary just came out." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "How the fuck do you know Imran Khan?" I go, "How don't I know Imran Khan, bro?" That's how we became friends. I'm serious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And they grew a beautiful friendship.
Oh yeah, from the concrete grew a rose. You're an idiot. All right, so Thuggies. Well, I wasn't going to cut you off. I was going to say, you know, what was like that. The caste system, the Wild West in the turn of the century. Have you finished Red Dead, by the way?
No, not yet.
How far in are you?
I'm still stuck in raids.
What's wrong with you?
I've been on holiday.
Dude, Red Dead Redemption 2, that cowboy game set in the West. I think we were talking about it probably in the last episode.
We did.
I bought it the day I got, the day I got back from Bali, I bought it.
Yeah.
I smashed it. There's like 60, 70 hours of gameplay. I destroyed it in like 4 weeks. Yeah. But dude, because of that, I started reading a lot about the Wild West and all the outlaws, like Butch Cassidy, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, all that crap. Do you know they all died in like their 30s?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about there you go, full circle. We're talking about Renaissance artists. You're saying that they lived like short lives. Dude, these are the outlaws of the turn of the century.
There you go. Fuck, it was kill or be killed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They either died in a gunfight, or they died of like TB or alcohol poisoning or something random like that. You know what I mean?
Like a random hooker.
Dude, literally. They'd have random whores. I was actually watching...
chlamydia.
Yeah, I was watching this whole doco on prostitution in the Wild West. And it was like the whole series, man. But it was talking about... that the red light districts came from that era?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a little knowledge. Dude, because the miners... Was it the miners or the fishermen? Or the alligator hunters, like one of the three. Dude, I can't remember. One of the three, when they went to the local whorehouses, they'd have their work lanterns, and they'd leave the lanterns at the front door.
And that's how the light would be at the front door.
And that's how the red light, until they finally regulated and said, if you're going to be a red light district, you need a red light. That's no shit.
Wow.
Yeah. But, dude, this is turn of the century shit, yeah, where tuberculosis was called consumption. They didn't know what it was. TB, like, they had no idea what it was, man. It was just like, it consumed you, you died. Like, your time's up. Like, tough shit. You're spitting blood. It's over. You know what I mean? But they had syphilis. There was photos of syphilis victims. Yeah, syphilis works, yeah?
Basically insane, doesn't it?
Syphilis. Yeah. Dude, okay. Do you want me to actually look up syphilis? I'll give you the actual...
I know. It does stuff to your face, doesn't it?
Yeah. You break out in, like... bad, like...
Deforms your face, and I think you get like a fever in the brain that then makes you go like loopy or...
Yeah, dude. It starts... Hang on. Okay, syphilis.
Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool, man.
Starting like an
They used to use lambing testers back then, didn't they?
I'm not sure what they used back then, dude. Like,
well, you watched the doco. What they use is...
What?
Protection back then, yeah.
Well, that's also in the doco. They start talking about... Okay, hang on. One thing at a time. Syphilis.
Syphilis.
First we start with syphilis. Yeah, it's STI caused by bacteria, It's passed on, through sexual, physical contact. Primary stage classically presents with a single, non-itchy, ulcer. and then becomes sores, and then you get secondary syphilis where it like diffuses into like a rash, and then like your hands, your feet, your face, and just keeps going. And you basically just break out in like rashes and sores. Like, dude, you look like you've got you look like the Elephant Man, you know, like when you...
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
They were showing these before and after shots of, like, the turn of the century, and there's a dude, like, with full face of, like, redness, and then he's all clean. They used mercury. Mercury would clean it up because it killed all the bacteria, but mercury's lead poisoning. They die of mercury poisoning.
A week later.
That's it. No, I'm serious. All right, that was 1. 2, contraceptives in the...
Wild West.
Yeah, the Wild West, literally.
Wasn't it? It was intestine, wasn't it?
Yeah, what they would do is they would take, was it a pig's intestine or a chicken's? It was an intestine of an animal, I can't remember what. They would boil it and then boil it and then boil it, squeeze all like the mucus and membranes and shit out of the intestine. You know, we make kokoretsi.
Yeah.
Italians make that. You know, this guy says what a load of kokoretsi from Acropolis now.
Yeah.
You know what? I explained to you what it was.
Yeah, it was like all,
meat.
Yeah.
And that's bound in intestines. Do Italians do it? Any region?
Yeah, kind of. Well, like the salami, a lot of them will boil that up. We make a separate batch just to boil.
Boil?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They're having sauces with pasta and stuff.
Oh, to mix it in.
A sauce. Yeah, but you boil the whole, like it's more like a sausage thickness, and we'll boil it, and that has more like the parts like from
The gritty parts
and in
Offal.
Yeah, offal and all that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more like texture to it.
Yeah.
And they'll boil that within a sauce.
Yeah.
And then
Because, dude, man, in the
they'll serve
villages,
it like
whether
separate.
dude, whether in the villages, whether it be Italy or Greece, they use the whole fucking
Yeah, they
animal.
have to use everything.
everything.
The hoof.
Where are you taking that eye?
Yeah, dude, that's it. Fuck you up. For the eye.
Give me a...
Alright, yeah, so they would take the intestine, boil it, rub all the mucus out of it, Then they would dip it in like linseed and like all types of just shit that they thought was potent at that time, and basically line it. And then you would have it, and it'd be reusable. Like literally, they would reuse their connies. Like it was like a connie you would reuse, clean, dry, and like put in water to activate because it would dry out, and it was like coarse. And then eventually, dude, it was rubber. Look at that. If you want something to search up, the invention of rubber. And like before the connie, rubber was used for basically jack all. It was too brittle, too hard, and they couldn't do anything with it. Then someone finally figured out how to what's the process called? I forget it. When they basically diffuse it, they make it malleable, and there's a coating to it. I can't remember what the name is, man.
Yeah, when vulcanized.
Vulcanized, that's it. When you vulcanize
It was
rubber.
invented in 1839.
Yeah.
The inventor was Goodyear.
Yeah. And
Goodyear tyres.
They took his namesake and made the tyres out of it. Yeah. He actually died broke, apparently, I think. Yeah, he got taken to the cleaners.
Yeah,
Why is it these inventors, that like these miracle men of like the past, do something phenomenal for like literally the course of humanity?
what a dickhead. He had trouble painting
Patenting it.
Yeah, the rubber. And some guy swooped in and Thomas Hancock had recently painted Hancock tyres as well.
Here you go.
That's legit.
Are you serious?
Swooped in like a dog.
What, just patented it under his breath?
Yeah.
What?
Because Goodyear was a dumbass.
Sorry, Jerry. I was having beers with him one hour. He's like, mate, I really can't get this stuff off the ground.
Goodyear should have
What do
been
you got
quicker,
there?
mate. Hancock, mate, jumped in. Thomas Hancock was a shifty fucker too.
Picture that, like, was it Thomas and what's the other guy's name?
Charles.
Is it Charles Goodyear?
Charles Goodyear.
Charles Goodyear and Tommy Hancock.
That's Charles.
Yeah.
Right? Looks like an upstanding citizen.
Yeah.
Wait till you look at fucking Tommy.
Are you serious?
Hancock was a prick. He's like a shifty fucker. He just looks like the kind of guy that would swoop in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just looks like that kind
He's
of
the guy that buys a nursing home and bulldozes it through like a garage.
He's just on the ashes.
He wants extra stables for his horses. But can you imagine if they were Aussies, man? And like Tommy's talking to Charles at the pub, like, "What's wrong there, Charles, mate? You look a little bit down." "Oh, these tyres, I can't get rid of them. I don't know how to vulcanise." "What's vulcanise, mate?" "Vulcanising is when it's the process of the rubber with the..." "Yeah, good chat." And then the next day, just comes up.
He does the first go.
You know what I mean?
Hancock tyres.
Yeah, man. Literally, it's such a bogan thing to do. So,
Hey, Tommy, there's a guy yelling in front of your shop.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at him. Nah, I don't know him.
get rid
Tom,
of
you bastard! I'll kill you!
And the guy's right and be like, no, thanks for listening, mate. I've got this. No, mate, I've got the beers. Don't worry. Like, fucking overnight, Hancock tires, patented Hancock tires.
Dad's got his shop up, signage flashing.
In 18 fucking. That's bad, man. But yeah, it was only because of once they vulcanized the rubber, they realized, hey, we can use this for Connie's, man.
Yeah.
And then they became cheap and disposable with a 99% strike rate. That's still fucked up.
That's fucked up.
99%. Come on, man.
There's always that 1%.
No, that's literally a legally binding thing. They say Connies are only 99% foolproof.
So you can't sue them in case something happens.
Yeah, but there was all, dude, as far as contraceptives in the Wild West, there was all types of methods, man. There was one woman that, it was before the original diaphragm, like the female diaphragm. Literally, she had, like a pen, she said if you took a certain coin and put it inside yourself at a certain angle, it would stop the flow of semen, like during ejaculation. So, there were also like the local whores would get their one up on the local noblewoman, because they weren't seen as like lower, but based on their industry, they were seen as lower. But they were sort of independent. They had their own independence, and they had money. Because basically the way they made it out was whether they were miners for the gold or for oil or whatever it was, these cattle hands or miners would basically work all day. At the end of the week, they get their money. They go straight to the pub.
A Spirilla and a
find
whore.
a bird. And in that night, they would drop their week's wage on the barman or the bird.
Whiskey double.
That bird at the end of a week would go pay off her, like a bodyguard at the shop, the madam of the house, if she had one. You know, she'd go to the doctor, pay off her bills, she'd go get her groceries,
buy
and then
some
the money would
smokes.
go back into the economy.
Yeah.
So they literally saw it as like...
It was a revolving thing.
It was like, what's his name? Kevin Rudd's...
Kevin 07.
Yeah, remember that?
The stimulus package.
The TVs,
stimulus. It was literally,
It was a stimulus
they were
package.
literally the stimulus of the Wild West, man, because it was the one revolving door that would constantly see the economic...
She'd be happy. The miners are very happy.
Yeah, literally.
They'd work and get their rocks off.
I was watching this story about how these women, the noble women in the towns, like Tombstone or Dodge City or whatever, they would always hit up these hookers for like donations to charity and stuff like that. You know, do you want to donate to our charity? Blah blah blah. They would always go there, and these whores would literally have a tin of money that would be their like contraceptive coins, and say, take whatever you want from that tray over there. They'd be the contraceptive coins that they would usually have inside them when the townswomen's husbands and sons and stuff and fathers would be visiting them.
And they'd be taking that
And that
money.
was like that was their nice little FU to like, that's it.
Enjoy the coins.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah.
And here's another fun fact.
A great era.
Dude, I love it.
That's cool.
I love it. I mean, it's
interesting.
This game. Dude, one other cool thing about the Wild West was that marketing really only started in the Wild West as a way to advertise the local whore women. That's no joke.
See, whores, man. It's the oldest profession in the world, ever, like as far as we know.
It literally created marketing in the West.
Yeah.
Californian marketing started with prostitutes in Tombstone and Dodge City and San Francisco.
So if it wasn't for whores, we wouldn't have marketing. Someone would eventually have come up with it, but
look up marketing, and I guarantee you it will have to mention the Wild West.
that's cool though.
They started
the
advertising.
Wild West is so interesting.
Yeah, they
man.
started advertising on like cigarette packets and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of the terms we use today come from the Wild West as well. Like, if a woman considers herself like a piece of meat, you know what I mean? Like she's a piece of meat or she's a dish. It came from then. Because it was like code speak among the townspeople of like, you know, you want to go get a piece of meat, you're going after a woman. Speaking of meat, here's another one that I saw. Hang on, wait a second. Dude, this one is going to infuriate both of you, I'm telling you. Can't believe you actually haven't heard about it.
So some of the posters are sick though.
I think I might know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
I don't know.
Dude, vegans...
Here we go.
No, I'm serious.
Let me pour a glass. Hold on.
Yeah, please, by all means, go. Dude, I'm not driving. Dude,
Gotta drive home after.
vegans out there want to change the terms. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You know about two birds with one scone and
Yeah, I heard
Bringing
that.
home the bacon?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say that anymore. They want to say bringing home the bagels.
First of all, I'm eating some pig right now. And if I want to bring home the bacon,
I want some, man. Give me some.
I don't think there's any left.
That's
Look at the crystal.
take that.
You can lick the inside.
Take the bread and the thing.
You took all the meat. This is
I didn't
what
take it all.
I took all the meat.
You're a dog, man.
I didn't eat it all. It was a joint effort.
Dude, they actually want to.
Yeah, that's
Seriously.
They can say what they want.
No, honestly, bringing home the bacon offends vegans.
Couldn't care less.
Seriously.
I like bacon.
You can't say bringing home the bacon.
I'll say what the fuck
What are
I
they going to
want.
do about it?
They said it's that kind of language, that like negative language that we all constantly.
You know what? I'll kill 5 birds with 4 stones. Suck my dick. I ain't give a fuck. I'm sick of this fucking politically correct bullshit. Alright? Well, they think is politically correct. Like, don't say that it offends us. Well, don't listen then.
Do you know what annoys
Well,
me?
the
How many people walk around saying 2 birds, kill 2 birds with 1 stone? How many people do you hear saying that?
It's not a thing against animals, man. It's just a turn of phrase.
It's a saying.
This is what bothers me. Yeah, there are
so-
phrases that we throw around, like in a country like Australia, where I remember the article said that where we colloquialise the word cunt. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
yeah.
part of our everyday language.
Yeah, we made that famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that country, they want to do bring home the bacon, like blah blah blah. You know what bothers me? There was an alt-right Nazi protest in St Kilda over the weekend. Take back the sand.
Dude, I didn't even know that happened. I had work, and I finished late at night, and St Kilda was quiet, and I went back home and I watched the news, and today in St Kilda there was I'm like, huh?
Dude,
Take back the sand.
there were people.
sand.
There were people that they were straight out Nazis, man.
It was another Cronulla thing kind of
They
thing.
they were Nazis, man. They were doing the Nazi salute. They had all the hate speech, all the same crap. That was allowed. It was a protest,
Yeah.
a registered protest, and there were cops there to stop anti-protesters, etc.
But
But you can't say 2 kill birds with 1 stone or bringing home the bacon because it might offend vegans. Come on, man. Like, see where the priorities are out of whack? It really pisses me off.
It's the problem is that we've allowed being offended. We've turned being offended into a currency.
Yeah.
That's what the issue is. Because if it was 15, 20 years ago and someone said you offended me because something was said, well, how would we have answered back to
a
it?
jewel.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
We would have told them where to go.
Can I drill to a jewel?
We would have told them where to go, what to
Moment.
suck, and get lost.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
because you know why?
Like go find real world problems.
I don't know how can you pinpoint roughly when this started to transition?
Apparently, there's theories behind it.
Like, I can't remember when it actually kind of started. All I know is it just hit us in the face.
In our lifetime.
It started in the last maybe 10 years,
Like,
but it's been becoming more obvious in the last 5.
Is it because of social media's ramped up?
Social media, because social media.
Social media's been around for, like, as in social media in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Facebook, I remember getting a Facey account and actively using it this time 10 years ago when I was going to Southeast Asia because I was traveling with people and it was the easiest way to communicate. Yeah? So this time 10 years ago, I was in Thailand.
I don't think Facebook was the issue. I think it's since the newer social media with your Twitter and all that stuff. That's probably pushed
People are
it. That's
getting
probably
offended so easy, man.
Yeah, but that's like they're getting offended,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to care.
But I don't.
Exactly. And so we're allowing it because going on this subject, there's theories about it.
I got this meme sent to me today, full circle, Breakfast Club. Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Like everyone's represented.
Yeah.
That is so scary of how like accurate it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like John Nelson's Twitter, like just angry and like, lashing out. The nerd, he's on LinkedIn. The preppy queen is Instagram showing off her house.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
No, so there's a couple thoughts. Like one is there's an actual interview with an actual guy who was like a Soviet scientist or whatever. And he's actually come out at, this is from the 70s and 80s, and then he happened to die.
Oh, yeah, had just happened to fall
6 months
off his ladder.
6 months after this interview. And
did
it's
the
basically, he's come out and he said, this is the Soviets basically put these, almost like, what's that movie called? With the dreams, what's it called?
Requiem for a Dream? No.
Nah, the one with,
Trainspotting.
No, that one.
Trainspotting?
Like you put the thought and then like if you think it, and DiCaprio's in it.
Oh yeah, that's
Inception.
Inception.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's like they put
Hans Zimmer, full circle.
they put
He did the thing at the end when he's spinning the fucking thing.
Hans Zimmer like, points it out like, yeah.
there's that where like he's actually come out and said, well, that Soviet government actually put those seeds of those thoughts within the American psyche in the 60s and 70s during the Cold War. I don't know if there's any I don't know if there's any truth to that. Then there's the thought that in the 60s you got the what do you call it, the Cultural Revolution.
When the hippies took over.
Yeah.
The hippies took over.
Free love and all
that. And so they started to be a bit more like, what would you call it? Like more, not liberal, more...
Yeah, it was more liberal.
More liberal.
Yeah. More liberal, less conservative, more progressive.
More progressive.
Yeah, dude, JFK was coming up the ranks of biggest Democrat.
Yeah. A lot of those people then got into positions of, not power, but like...
But decent positions.
Prominence. Yeah. There's a thought that it's a lot of the children of those people have gone into education.
So it was to weaken America.
No, that was one theory. These are just other theories. These are just other theories. I don't know which one's true, if they're true at all.
All I know is, man...
and it's kind of like a systemic thing that's slowly been building up.
I can't say that anymore.
No. Pansies.
Well, you can. And you can just choose not to care what they say.
No, I don't care.
Well, there you go. Done.
Yeah, because everyone's so fucking sensitive these days,
Here's a thought, man. We've been talking about like, we're going back to the 13th century, the 14th century, the Wild West.
Sorry, go.
Go.
I was going to say, because those are real world problems. Did you hear about that girl? I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago in India. This came to the top of my head. And she did, you know how you got the periodic table?
Yeah.
And it's got all the elements?
Yeah.
This Indian girl, I don't know how old she was, maybe 10, 12, 13, I don't know how old she was. She did a periodic table of the actual horrors that women face every day.
Okay.
Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't.
And she did it. I haven't seen it.
My God.
And she did it, and like maybe we should be paying a bit more notice to that than to actually like, a person's offended because, I ate bacon in front of them.
Yeah.
Maybe we should pay a bit more attention to that.
So it was like a full chart.
Yeah, like my wife...
I think it even got nominated for Nobel. Yeah.
And she cooks me bacon. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like some people would be like, oh my God, you can't do that. Kiss my ass, man. I like bacon.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. I like bacon. That's a response.
There's also... I just came across this...
periodic table Indian girl.
There's this... I just came across this in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if it's true. Apparently there was a study done, but, you can take studies with it.
Studies with
depends who pays for them, as usual.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, media nowadays, like, they do their studies to see who the next generations, which way they're going to lean, left or right.
Yeah.
And they've been told that what's after Y? Z?
Z.
And what's after Z?
All right.
There's another one.
Is there?
So we're Y, Z is like the ones that are coming up
millennials.
now. Millennials. And then after millennials is the next one, which are the 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds.
I've got no idea what they're called.
So the millennials, they're supposed to be more to the left, and so studies were done that the ones after them are going to be left as well.
Yeah.
So that's why apparently all these media, like news media, art, like movies, a lot of like whether it's games, whatever it is, they're pushing, double downing on this study because it's saying that a lot of the ones after Gen Y, after the millennials, are going to be more left as well.
Okay.
But apparently studies have come out that they're actually more right.
They are, because you've got Trump's propaganda train.
Yeah.
Trump is a faux conservative. You can't be a conservative and have 4 kids out of affairs, 3 ex-wives, and currently being caught, getting sued by 2 porn stars, a playmate, and like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't call yourself a conservative and be all that. You can't be a conservative and run beauty pageants and build casinos.
Yeah.
That's not being a conservative.
And so apparently that's why we're seeing a lot more of it now, because they're pushing for that, because according to their studies that they've seen, that
so
the ones after millennials are going to be even more left.
So they want to push back on that.
So they're doing more left-leaning stuff, whereas to the contrary, not their studies. Apparently it was some scientists came out and said that the ones after the millennials are going to be more left, and actual studies have come out and been done, and it's more... after millennials are going to be more right side. It's a pendulum. It always happens.
Yeah.
You go, for 50 years, you probably get one side that's going to be more dominant, and then after that, for another 50 years,
Well,
you probably
man,
get more conservative.
you think about-
then you get the whiplash
Think
back.
about
You go
politics
left.
in America,
Right.
yeah? Like after JFK, who was a Democrat, then you had like, what's his name? Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah? Nixon. Dude, like Nixon, Carter, like these were Republicans.
Yeah, Carter.
You know? Then you had like Reagan in the 80s, who was like Republican as fuck. But then you had, G.W. Bush. You had Clinton, who was a Democrat. Then you had Bush again. Then you had Barack, who was the biggest Democrat, who was black. You know what I mean? And now you got the dumbest Republican of all time. Just keeps going back and forth. Just
It just keep going. It always goes.
just
It always goes like that.
like
always.
a tug of war between, And,
I know my. You know how I like my. You know how history. They say history repeats itself.
Yeah.
All right. Now, no matter what, it does, because like I was looking up some stuff regarding. Because I was wanted to say something about Rome, but that brought it, like looking into that, it even happened back then. They had it would go from being a real traditionalist, conservative, back then they weren't conservative lefty.
Yeah.
It was like traditionalists and progressives.
Yeah.
Then traditional, progressive. It always cycled one to the other, all the time.
speaking of eras,
And that goes back over 2,000 years ago.
I had this
A
question.
long time ago, dude.
Dude, I thought about this ages ago and I kept forgetting to ask you guys. And then I remembered it when I was in Bali and I wrote it down. I still don't know how to present it to you where it's going to like...
On the table, by the way.
Oh, what's the table?
Yeah, it just says, just quickly.
Mum was it? On the table, though.
17-year-old girl.
Oh, 17.
Back then in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
90 global issues.
And it was done like the periodic table, yeah?
Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually wrote everything.
They're global issues or issues just women?
Global issues.
Okay.
But a lot to do with women.
Okay.
Because they cop a lot of shit.
Send us the link. I'll actually read it later. Dude, we're talking about all these time period sort of shit, yeah? Relevant. So I'll bring it up now. Would you want to travel into the future or the past at any point, right? Knowing that you can't return. And you were going back with your brain as it is now.
Knowing what I know.
Knowing what you know, as you are, one day just vanish, and you go into the future.
Do I get to pick where I go?
Okay, hang on. Well, we could have 100 variables.
Well, that's why let's narrow down these variables
we're
then.
not gonna- hang on, let's just
So, same brain.
restrain yourself, idiot.
So, same
Is this
brain.
like,
just
sending...
get your pants on, man.
Is this like sending Batman back to the back to the dinosaur age, and he
no.
somehow manages to survive?
we send
He
Batman
becomes
back to World War II.
That's a legit comic.
Of course
he gets
it
sent back to in time to the dinosaurs and becomes Stone Age Batman.
What's there to fight in Stone Age?
Dinosaurs. I'm serious.
My
No, no.
God.
Knowing what he does. Yeah.
I'm Batman.
You killed my
over.
parents.
It's over.
It was you.
Dude, seriously. No. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Would you want to travel? Think about this, yeah? You're fully aware. So your family, friends, PlayStation 4, like everything is as is. Would you want to travel either back or forward?
I wouldn't go forward. I'd maybe go back.
Why wouldn't
but
you go forward? I'm being legit. Because I thought about this, and I came up with all these rules which might change the way you see something, or what you'd be happy to live with, what you'd be happy to live without, blah, blah, blah. Like,
am I going back with the same immune system?
how does that mean?
Well, you go back to like...
He doesn't want to get syphilis.
Exactly. I don't want to get the TB after my
Say you're
first
immune.
war.
Immune.
And he's wearing what he's wearing now. You're in Russia. What? And then just...
What?
Just you're immune from
pneumonia
diseases.
off the bat.
No, that's what, like, do you go back as in, like,
Smash
your normal,
bugs.
everyday person then, or you going back with everything
I
you
want to
got
go
now?
back to 1901 California. I land in the town. I've got like spurs and a gun. I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. Even a ma'am. And then some cops on me. TB. All right, well, that's
it.
I didn't like that. Dead set, man. Dude, seriously.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No. I'm being serious.
I don't know if I'd want to go to the future.
Why?
I don't know.
You know why?
Better stuff's in
I'll
the
tell
past.
you why. I'll tell you
Better
why.
stuff is in the past.
Why I'd go to the past, like Johnny, is because there's so much more to learn. Like, there's so much more that we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, this, like, think about all the years that have passed, and we don't know dick, man. We don't know
we don't
squat.
know anything.
So that'd be, like, amazing. Like, live the future for the
Fully
future.
aware that you're never going to go back home. You can't just return. It's not back to the
Talking
future.
to me, dude.
What's he got to leave? A wife, a kid, a job? Dude, these are negotiables, man. expendable items. You know what I mean?
Who think
Knowing
you're
what I
fucking talking
know.
to?
Who are you talking to? No, honestly.
I would probably go back.
But if you go to the future, you couldn't go back.
No, you couldn't.
Because everything in the future is being paved now.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's being made ready now for like you go in the future, it'll probably be different, but it probably won't be so that different, to what we've already got. But how far forward are you talking?
Would it change your opinion if you knew that you'd go forward or back with no awareness of who you were? Like, as in, you woke up, like today you're you, and then tomorrow you go to bed, like you go to a clinic, like a
I wake up with
Skynet.
amnesia and I'm either in the past or the future.
What's a movie, Total Recall?
Yeah.
And then you wake up and you're in 1879 and you're the outlaw Joycey Wales, would that make a difference? Where you would go? Because imagine, waking up in the future.
Do I start remembering things?
I don't know, man. We're going to write a novel here.
Yes, because you got to set parameters, Dim.
Do I have hookers on my books?
Do I have cash?
Yeah. Do we have cash?
That's the thing. I'd reach in my pocket and be like,
Are we starting at
currency?
You got nothing. You got
We're starting at zero.
I owe you $20. Oh, man. What the fuck is
Dear
this?
John, I borrowed your last 20 dim.
Yeah, probably would change it.
Just to chafe it as he's going in the machine. I literally take his wallet.
See, me being not great with technology, I don't think I could handle the future.
But you don't know what it's going to be. They say the world's going to implode in how many years? Not implode, but society as we know it is going to collapse.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back. I'm going back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even if you're well aware of where you came from, memories, everything, but remember, you're never going to live to see any of your family again. You're not going to live to see technology that you've got now.
That's all right. I'll become an apprentice craftsman. I'll become an apprentice craftsman, and I'll paint a letter to my family, or I'll craft
Bury it
some
in the
sort of
vault.
statue that'll last, time,
You don't
and then
know
they'll
me,
see it.
But in the year 2019, I discovered a way to travel back in time. So I chose to come back to the 13th century. See you schmucks in the next life.
Nick's rule.
Nix.
So wait, you're going back, right? And you've got all your memories.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Done. I'd become a fucking billionaire with the bets I could put on.
On what? How many years back are you going to go?
Mate,
I'm going to help vulcanise rubber. Things I've already learned tonight, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to invent Kodak. I'm going to... Don't worry about me, mate.
You just know where to invest.
Yeah.
So you're going to pull a Biff, what's his name?
Biff Armstrong.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future,
Yeah.
Who's incidentally based on Trump.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, full circles all around.
But I'd go... Okay, let's say I went back to the days of...
all you'd really do...
You know I love the gangster era of the 30s, 20s and 30s.
Yeah, alright.
And the really seedy underworld. I love that
New
shit.
Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joycey, New York. I'd be all in there.
The Road to... Was it Road to Perdition?
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I just
Tom
be
Hanks.
putting
Tom Hanks,
bets on that.
Yeah, but... Okay, hang on. If you go to the 20s, yeah, okay, you can bet on anything. You bet on baseball.
I'm going to bet. What was that gangster that got shot? The one that got shot through his heel and in his head?
Hill.
Yeah, one of the last gangsters that they caught.
What, like
Not
the Capone
Muggsy,
era?
not Muggsy Bogues.
Nah.
Muggsy Bogues a basketballer, dude.
Not
One of the
You know
last
what I'm talking
ones.
about,
It's the one that Johnny
Muggsy
Depp did.
and,
The one that Johnny Depp did.
Oh, that was Dillinger and...
Dillinger. Apparently, because he got killed, he was just shot.
Muggsy Bogues.
He was just killed. When they got him, it was a freak bullet. Apparently, the bullet went through his ankle as he was mid-stride.
it went through his head.
And then went through his head.
That's unlucky.
How does it go from his ankle?
I placed a bet on that.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Odds that
At
Dillinger's
$1
gonna
million
get
to 1.
shot.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I
Dude,
don't
could you,
know that.
man?
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be a wheeler and dealer, and I'd be in the days of Dean Martin and shit, and just place
40s.
bets, cocktails, fucking. I wouldn't live a long life.
Okay, wait a second. You realise that if you're going back in time with your memories as you know them, you're really only going to experience whatever's at that era. You don't have eternal life. You're still vulnerable.
No, of course.
Okay. But you're really only going back to experience something from a time period specifically.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened to Alexander. I'm in Alexander's army. He'll probably die in the next 2 days of getting killed or malaria or something.
How about what if you went back and then you can only go further back?
So then we just go back like 3 days so you can get back at someone that fucked you over the...
But you couldn't go...
Kick him you took my fucking $20.
Kick him in the balls and run.
Smack him one.
Hey, what? Just back another...
No, you could go back
again.
like eras.
Just go back 5 minutes.
You could go back to like eras. So you get back to like the 70s, then you'd go back to like the 20s.
Okay, but you'd keep aging.
Yeah, fuck it.
So eventually you work your way down to like 90 years old and you're in the
The worst
period.
healthcare. Worst healthcare in time. As
You reckon?
come back.
Because see,
You'd see some shit, man.
the difference is, you know what, man? It depends how curious the human mind is, man. Because I don't know. I'd like to go back, but then you're only just building on what you already know. If you go forward, you see things that you were never meant to actually see or know about in any way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think that would be a bigger kick. Because then you could learn about your family, which you might, not just your family, which you might and might not want to know. Like, you know.
Yeah, and you find out that you're originally from one of the untouchable families. your family's literally, your family's literally born in crap.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying, like, in a sense where...
You're the nice one out of all of us.
I know, man. What's going on?
Your family was born in
Had a bit of
literally I'm not saying they are crap. I'm saying that they made their name in crap.
Taboo chair, man. That's a Boris taboo chair with the
I swear, whoever sits in that, man,
Yeah, just-
like fires up.
Yeah, it just gets evil after a certain hour.
Born
you know
in
what I mean?
shit. Like literally born in shit.
Born in crap. You're such a prick, man. Oh, speaking of Indian, did you see fucking, what's her name? Chopra's wedding dress? She got married to that pretty boy from the States.
Who's Chopra?
The
actress?
Priyanka Chopra.
The one from Baywatch.
The Bollywood star.
Yeah.
See her dress? The main of it? I should have asked Aurora this, man. I didn't text her about
What's her
it.
name? Priya.
Priyanka Chopra.
Ah, they're chops.
She married a pretty boy from Hollywood. You haven't seen it? It was all over the news.
I don't tend to take much notice in celebrity affairs.
generally don't, but I'm just...
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
The fuck is that, man?
Look at the train. See if you can get the bridal train. Dude, I saw it on a meme.
Nick Jonas.
Yeah.
Isn't he one of the brothers?
Yeah,
like,
the brothers, the
Did she
Jonas
marry
brothers.
him?
Yeah.
Well,
Dude, yeah, well, he did all right. Dude, it popped up in a meme the other day. Hang on, I'll find it. I wanted to know what the point was. Here, look at this. This is a meme that popped up. Regarding Chopra's wedding dress, I don't ever want to hear about manspreading ever again. Yeah. Look at it. That's this aerial view of the train.
aerial view.
Dude, that's like...
They had to hire the Channel 9 chopper.
Artie Pie and Artie Sky. Way up. This wedding now goes way back. Dude, look at it. That's insane.
No, that's ridiculous.
Dude, what is the point of that?
And that's Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. No, I'm being honest. What is the point of that? Is that just a vanity thing now?
well, people with she's got money, so obviously.
So what? You can have money and still have an elegant wedding without like a veil that's literally half the size of a football field.
Well, that picture says otherwise, Tim.
Dude, I got angry about that, man. I learnt that. Do you know why brides throw the bouquet at a wedding? Do you know how that started?
Some old tradition, something.
Yeah, it started because as a part of good luck, the women guests would literally try and rip the bride's dress and get a piece of it, like it's been blessed or whatever. So they're the next one onto the train, the gravy train. I'm serious.
Bitches don't just take my
In
flowers.
order to segue, in order to mask it, in order to divert the attention, they said, "Oh, we'll throw the flowers." There you go.
You ever
Catch that.
you ever want to see a pack of animals?
Yeah,
you
ravenous
throw
wolves, man.
You throw a fucking bouquet, man. dude, every guy's like, "What the fuck?"
Dude,
I got the bouquet. We're next. I'm gonna go. I'm going for a smoke.
Yeah, I reckon the funniest photos ever that I've ever seen in my life. They're up there. Funniest sequence of photos. My sister's wedding. Yeah. I missed the bouquet throwing, right? I was outside having a smoke. I'm serious. I was having a smoke by a pool. I've seen an action shot of like my sister throwing it in the air. I've seen an action shot of one of our friends catching it and like crying. Like she's like, "Oh my God, I've caught it." And my sister's pointing like off camera to the side. Then there's another shot of like her fiance or was it a fiance? No, it wasn't a fiance. I think they were just together at the time. And he's got his hands in his head at the table. Like,
And that's legit, though.
Looking down like, oh no, like, God. 3 photos, man. Best sequence of all time. He looked broken, man. Absolutely broken. Dude. That's it. And you know what? Do you know what the flowers were there for? Like, you know, like the floral pieces and all that shit? Do you know what they're there for, man? You can tell your missus this. It's because people generally stank and of BO because no one washed.
Yeah.
And they created the flowers because there was all these people stuck around just to mask the smell. Literally. Personal hygiene in the Wild West was like a non-issue.
I think it's still a bit of a non-issue today.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, dude, I was walking behind a guy at work the other day, man. 3 a.m, I'm walking to go clock on. He got in front of me. He was 5 meters away from me, and it smelled like stale cigarettes and BO.
Nice.
From like, dude, we're talking like days.
Yeah, that's.
Shouldn't there be a policy on that, man? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I'm gagging.
Well, no,
Yeah, I think
work
there
should
is.
have a policy.
I'm pretty sure they do.
They have a general, try and respect, your.
Depends how up to date your HR is on their.
Yeah.
Like, can you walk up to someone and say, "Dude, you stink"?
No, that would
get
be
you.
classified as
harassment.
workplace harassment.
Are you fucking serious?
That's harassment. You can't say anything. It's up to you to tell your managers that you have an issue with it, and then they have to address it.
Oh, I bought you a present.
They have to find a roundabout. They have to find.
Just start leaving cans around.
They can't. Deodorant. Dude, we had this.
You want a hit?
They brought it up like a year or two ago, man. They couldn't approach the individual question, but they had to make a general announcement to say to everyone, we reinforce and reiterate the hygiene standards of this workplace.
And I think that still comes down to that same problem we were talking about before.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, parenting.
No,
Political correctness and
because you're you're making them feel uncomfortable. You're offending them because you're saying they stink.
Well, fucking take a shower.
Yeah.
You know,
Deodorant, something.
Speaking of which, did we ever learn about that in school?
No, because we just knew.
yeah.
No, I'm being honest. Was that
Because we would walk into the house and one of your like after you've done sport or
No, I
something.
don't think it did because there's still some people in school.
Yeah, Reek.
Dude, like when you play sport at school or something and you come home, automatically your mum or whoever would be like, go take a shower.
Yeah.
Straight away. Like not even like baño.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, cool. Like
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
just
even
knew.
it wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
Like we were clean.
We don't get taught that at schools.
They might now, maybe they
I think
might.
for like
Even in sex ed or something.
in health, just in health when we had
I
what was her
honestly
name?
don't
Maybe,
remember.
I don't know.
I do not remember hygiene standards being taught in school.
all I
don't
remember.
think so.
I remember
They might do it now. I don't know.
our sex ed teacher, our health teacher. I remember her.
Yeah, but did she say anything about cleaning?
Fat ass, huh? That's what I remember.
I don't remember that.
She had black bobbed hair. I remember. What was her
Who was
name?
her health teacher? I actually don't remember her.
Well, she only was there for a year.
I don't know. I wouldn't have a
A
clue.
year?
A year or two. I can't remember.
Oh, that's what I was going to say to you before. Speaking of political correctness gone wrong. Do you remember that chef? Was it you that sent the video? The Italian chef
Yeah.
that lost it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was he losing it about? She was putting,
Because he was, there's two of them. One of them, he was making a bolognese sauce, I think it was.
that's the one I saw.
Yeah, and he's making it, and the regular host isn't there, some other bird's there. And it's their morning show.
Political correctness going on.
yeah.
A bird.
And no, it was literally a
bird.
A bird, yeah. It's stirring in the bolognese.
Spatula in the mouth and the beak. No, go.
And he's saying, this is how you make it. And then she goes, oh, you know what would really, make this dish perfect is if you put, I don't know, I can't understand the accent. She either says salad cream or sour cream.
Would it be most likely sour cream?
That's what I thought. But then a follow-up, video later, he says salad cream.
Yeah, I'm going to find it.
What the fuck is salad cream?
I don't know.
Like a sour cream, but it's not.
Hang on.
Salad cream.
And he loses his mind. He goes off on
Snaps.
in Italian. He just stands back and he's
fanculo.
in Italian.
Hang on.
And he's like, this is my recipe for, my grandmother taught me, 20, 30 years ago. He's going to, if he finds it, he'll
And now you're gonna fuck with me
and
now.
then you're gonna put this, what is this, and he's going off in Italian, full on.
And this is on live TV.
Yeah, live morning TV.
Live morning TV. That's awesome.
He's an Italian version of
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he's like really good mates with him.
I love how.
Could you imagine their conversations?
They did a TV.
Fuck are you?
They did like a reality show with them two and another mate.
He loses it. Hang on. Bike, crack. His grandmother is a bike. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, so his whole thing is so his issue is if you make a carbonara, there's a way to make it, and that's the carbonara. All right. So then,
The cream itself, the actual base of
the way it's made, that is what a carbonara is.
Yeah.
If you start adding stuff to it, it's no longer a carbonara. It's like a carbonara dish, but it's not
a carbonara.
And that's what he chafes his nuts. He's like, I can't stand it. And like,
after the milk, you let it bubble for a good 20 minutes, okay? And we're going to put it the stock.
When do you add the mushrooms?
What mushroom? There is no mushroom. There is no mushroom in the, but this is the traditional one.
Really?
Are you putting mushroom?
Mushroom, and you're not going to like this, but I have a dollop of salad cream on the side. Going to be honest. Anything with mince. Lasagna, shepherd's pie.
Is he being serious now?
Chili con carne.
Che schifo. Che schifo.
I don't want to know
tu hai
what you
preso
just
una
said.
ricetta che mia nonna ha fatto 30 anni fa e ci vai a mettere cazzi sour cream sopra. This is what is wrong with this country. This is what is wrong with this country.
All we're doing is taking
But it
something
tastes
traditional
really. I
and
know. I'm not
adapting
saying
it.
it's traditional, but
Yes,
I will
it's
always
adapting.
ask for it in the restaurant.
Holy shit.
You know.
Don't adapt anything. Do I come here and adapt the things that you do?
Yes.
Have you ever seen me adapting a shepherd's pie?
He's so
Have
angry,
you ever
he
seen
doesn't
me
want me to
adapting
stir.
one of your banger and mash, whatever you call them?
Banger and mash.
I stick with the plan. Stick with the plan.
He legit got upset.
yeah, he.
I love how he just cracks it, man.
He legit got upset. Like,
And have you found the carbonara one?
Nah, not
Because that one's just as good as well.
No. I think I remember it. That was probably the one I just played before. It looked like carbonara.
Lovely. A fork.
Do you know, if it had, like, ham in it,
whose face is like,
it's closer to a British carbonara.
Oh, no.
It is. No, that's true.
he's about to,
So I'm glad you're standing there.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
So just because you put something on
true,
it,
though.
it doesn't mean it's still the
fucking
same.
true.
Look,
And like, there's chefs out there that are like, this is my take on a carbonara, and they're doing whatever, and then they just put a raw egg on top of the pasta. Because that's not a carbonara.
Well, according to him.
Well, according to that's like saying
according to folklore.
not a folklore, but like
Da Vinci showed you how to make a good carbonara.
Da Vinci showed me how to make a carbonara. No, because they've got their traditional dishes that they make. Carbonara,
But again,
bolognese.
every region is different, though.
That's true, but each region still has their standard, and there's
Of
still
course.
a
same,
twist on it.
Yeah.
But it's still very similar to how it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Look.
a northern go.
I was going to say, I'm guilty of bastardizing meals all the time. Because, like, I make anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make I don't know, like, I've made a moussaka, but without the...
Yeah, but you're not going to sit there and make a Michelin-star fucking dish and have an Italian guy bust through your door. And why don't you put the bacon in there? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't,
you do what you can to survive and
that's
eat.
all I have, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's that got to do with political correctness?
He got
Careful.
sued. That Italian chef got sued.
Oh,
Really?
Why?
Google it.
Oh, because he what recently or in the
I
past?
was in the past, because I was reading about
Did he
him.
grope? He groped
No,
for sure.
nothing to do with that.
He probably used words or
Chef.
something. He said.
Sued. Hang on, let me
My
find-
grandma had will, she'd be a bike.
Just kidding.
what was that guy's name?
Gino De Campo.
That's it. Gino. Added Gino. Gino. British broadcaster ITV has pleaded guilty to animal cruelty and was fined by an Australian court after a rat was killed and eaten on the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
And it was shown here. And he,
in a forest?
Hang on.
hold on, how does that work? He
Hang on,
did
hang
it
on.
on the British one,
Hang
and
on.
they find him here.
No, it was here. Italian chef Gino De Campo and British actor Stuart Manning were originally charged with animal cruelty last December after an RSPCA complaint over an episode filmed near Dungay in northern eastern New South Wales
Oh, so they did it here.
that involved killing and cooking a rat. Yeah, the network admitted its production staff had given the go-ahead to a request to kill the rat, and the broadcaster pleaded guilty to the charge. The court was told that the rat took 1.5 minutes to die after being stabbed with a knife, which the magistrate said caused unnecessary pain to the animal. ITV was fined $3,000, ordered to pay $2.5 in costs. They killed a rat in the jungle, yeah?
And the judge knows how an animal feels when it dies?
Animal was inflicted with unnecessary pain and distress. Had the circumstances been different and the rat killed outright, we wouldn't be talking about it today.
I don't think they had any of those. What are those guns they use when they kill like a cow on the spot in the...
What?
Like it's
the tasers?
The taser to the head.
Yeah.
What are they, is it a taser or like a...
It's like a taser.
Yeah, and
it's like an air bullet to the head.
Yeah, an air gun. Like
Well, I don't think they had any of those on hand.
Well, you know what I say? Obviously, this judge has never seen Demolition Man.
Yes.
the rat bird.
that is the way we're headed.
Yeah.
Demolition Man. It's a prophetic movie.
Yeah.
Dude. Yep.
They're in the
Top movie to the best, man.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Illuminate.
I want to get back home and watch it now.
Dude.
They send him to jail over something that had nothing, like he had no control over whatsoever.
Yeah, it's Hollywood, man. How many movies can you write off with stupid plots like that? Make no sense.
It's the best.
Dude.
Rob Schneider's in that too.
Oh, fuck. Who else is in that movie, man?
That movie, Wesley Snipes.
Where's this Snipes?
Straight off the bat. He's the, and who's the box in that one? What's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock.
What a cast.
Dude,
I know,
Benjamin Bratt from Blood In, Blood Out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was that quote you sent me the other day?
It's Leary, man.
Yeah, he's the under
I want to rub oil on myself.
Yeah. He gives the best rant. It was one of the first podcasts that we actually did it. Who's Jack Black?
You know.
Oh, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gets killed.
Jesse Ventura.
What does he play? I actually don't remember what I think he's a cop. I think he's a cop.
He looks fucked.
Jesse Ventura. Now, what's he now? The ravages of steroids have probably, like, cleaned him out. Like, legit. Like, he'd be gone.
There were some decent people in this movie.
That was a blockbuster hit.
That's like, what's that, the animal rights group in America?
PETA.
Like, they have, like, they're saying they're for animals, but they actively kill, like, millions of animals each year.
Do they?
Yeah.
For what?
Just to kill them.
What do you mean?
They kill them.
Why?
To reduce population.
Oh, you mean like harvesting numbers? Like thinning out the herds?
But these are like,
now
we're not talking about wild camels or stuff like that. We're talking about domesticated dogs.
Yeah.
They actually took people's dogs and have killed them.
What are you talking about?
Look it up.
There's an actual website called PETA Kills Animals.
Yeah.
Why do they kill animals and blah, blah, blah. Proof that they kill animals.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
PETA's lame defense.
Lame.
Euthanizing perfectly adoptable dogs and cats. Just taking animals out.
For what reason?
They're saying because...
Like bloodlust stalks? You know what I mean?
They just kill them.
The whole PETA thing is to get close to the people that have the animals and then eventually turn and wipe them out.
They dubiously claim it does not run...
Dubious. I love that word. Dubious.
They do not run a traditional animal shelter and that it puts down animals that are too sick or injured to carry on.
Things like a racing star.
You know what this is? There are good reasons to believe this claim is inaccurate.
Dude, it's actually like a prime racing stud, fresh off the track. Here's the blah 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 Volkswagen. Bang!
You were right. It says here in November 2014.
Pointed at it.
Because he was right. Because he reported that PETA employees had allegedly taken a family's Chihuahua without cause in broad daylight from the family's home. A surveillance video showed a van branded with PETA logo pull up to the driveway, followed by a worker seizing the dog and driving off. The dog's owner, Wilbur, said that PETA employees...
His dog Stalin.
Yeah, later returned to his home with a fruit basket and news that his dog had been killed.
What? They dropped off a fruit?
I'm not the type.
What cunts,
What
man?
the fuck? Hey, that's just fucking adding insult.
I have no sense of bloodlust, alright? But if I was to come home and I found out my dogs were gone, and I found out PETA took them, I'd be calling a modern day crusade on PETA.
Thanks to the
Dude, they came back with a fruit basket.
I'd be decked out.
That's ballsy.
That's, yeah.
Oh, here's some apples and bananas. Oh, by the way, we killed your dog.
Some of that puff face.
But should have that face. By the way, we killed your dog.
You can see it, blonde ringlet hair, glasses. You know what I mean?
What did you do to my dog? Look, if you have any questions, call this number.
Email administration at Peter.
But please be aware, it's $4.95 a minute.
Open 9 to 5. Dude,
That stuff is that, huh?
That's fucked up.
That's messed up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucked
my neighbour, man, when he first moved, my old neighbour, he's moved out now. When we first moved into the building, he had a bird, 2 birds, I think like a fish, and maybe a cat, yeah? Or 2 cats.
Talking birds or women?
No, he had a wife and 2 caged birds.
Okay.
Avery, you know, right?
Yeah. Let's keep it
Their name was Avery, or they lived in an Aviary?
2 caged women. He had a wife and 2 caged women in his Serbian caste system.
I'd be like, is this Slobbo?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a big dude, man. He was a big dude.
6'9".
But dude, when I first met him, he was like, oh, there's Slobbo. Turn around, this guy's like, hello. But in the Serbian, like, deep, thick accent. Who the fuck is this guy?
Dude, he was like 6'9", man. He was massive,
he was a big boy.
Yeah. He was a friendly giant, but when you pissed him off, man, he had done damage. He told me, like, back in Serbia, some of the shit he had done.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
He was angry, man. He was our age. He was like a year younger than me, man. So think Serbia post Bosnia, you know what I mean?
Obviously, he was in the war somehow. Look at the size of him.
Post that era coming out. Imagine that shit, man.
Have you you watch Community, yeah? Have you seen it?
Community. With Chevy
Community.
Chase.
Yeah. There's an episode where they've got a guy from, I think he's from Serbia or Bosnia, and he's in the dorm.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the joke is that Britta always falls for, like, bad guys.
Yeah, like
she
the bad boys.
she falls for a guy that they know, and she always finds out a dark secret about him. And like, stay away from this guy, he's cool. And she ends up getting too close to him, and it turns out like he was in Bosnia and he was like involved in genocide and stuff like that. And he still thinks of their screams at night.
You know what I'll never forget? Chevy Chase, man. They were playing Pictionary or whatever it was, and he'd drawn like a windmill, but he kept circling the swastika. Dude, he's trying to draw a windmill, but he's drawn a swastika.
Yeah.
And then he's put a circle around it, and he's kept circling it. Dude.
That was one of the best. That was a
dude. Chevy Chase, you know when people say about great comedians and his name doesn't come up a lot. Why?
Yeah, there was controversy around
apparently he's a real prick.
Yeah, but him as an actual performer.
Yeah,
like he's
an arrogant cunt though. He was that big in the 80s, you know what I mean?
I think he's up there. I definitely think he's up there. I wouldn't say he's like on the level.
I wouldn't say he's like one of the best, but I'm saying like just have his name around the mark.
Recognised.
Yeah. You never really hear his name.
Like, he's only really ever done comedy. He's never done anything else.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You never really hear his name that much. As in, around the traps.
As in actors of his generation. Well,
it depends. Like, I think that comes down to generational thing. I think I had mentioned it to you. Like, I've got mates who don't, only like 5 years younger than me, and they've never heard of Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So we grew up watching the vacation movies and all that.
Kind of shit. I watched it during Christmas. Yeah. Did you watch them? I watched Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Best. That dude. I put it up on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, you did.
Drinking the eggnog when he loses it. He's just like, dude, he's shaking. He's like scuzzy eggnog. It's good. It's good.
That's one thing I want to try. I said to Ren, I go, I want to wait till Eli gets a bit older, maybe like 4 to 5, and we said we were going to do Christmas in New York.
Yeah,
Christmas and New Year's.
I've wanted to do that.
So you'll come with us. We'll get an apartment in Greenwich or some shit.
Yeah,
and just fucking just be there for like 2 weeks in New York. Do Christmas and New Year's, man.
I'd love to do that, man.
That's our plan.
Me and Mona were going to do it like 2015 or something, and we
have to do it. I said, Ren loves New York, like she loves America. So I said, like, let him get to age where he can feed him, just be like a little man.
I actually realised he's in New York.
Yeah.
Actually realised what he's doing, not like shitting in his pants.
And we said we'll hire an apartment.
Because leave the shitting in the pants to him. We'll be that old by that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Geriatric.
5 years he'll be at that point.
Nick, what'd you do? Shave my pants!
5 years.
I'll be like, what?
You haven't been 40 yet.
No, I won't. I'll be like 38, 39.
You've got him in adult diapers at 40. You're fucked.
Lipton. Actually, that's something I'd love to do, man.
I've got to say this right now because we're a couple of weeks out. Christmas movies. Die Hard. Is that a Christmas movie or not?
No.
No.
What's wrong with you people?
A Christmas movie.
Can I be honest with you? I was never a massive Die Hard person.
Hang on, man. Hang on. I'm sorry, because I've had this argument 100 times over, alright? And everyone's giving me different answers, and I'm getting really fucking angry. Die Hard is set on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
There are Christmas innuendos and jokes and shit like that all throughout it. The first German he kills has got ho 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 written on him with tinsel and a hat. And he goes, no, I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. Alright? And it ends at midnight on Christmas.
Yeah, fair enough.
How is that not a Christmas movie?
How many other action Christmas movies do you know?
Reindeer Games.
Which one's that?
Ben Affleck, you got me onto it. Reindeer Games, man.
Is that the one with
Charlize Theron?
That's not a Christmas movie.
It's set on Christmas
Just
Eve.
because it's set on it doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
It's set on Christmas Eve, and they're disguised as Santas. For Christ's sakes.
Do you
and they're
think...
singing Christmas carols.
Does it have to be released that Christmas to be a Christmas movie?
No. Why would it? No.
Well, who cares about
You mean
the release
based
date?
around
I'm just
Christmas?
saying.
As in
It
the
has to
film?
be based...
Around the film?
No, I don't think...
Because
I'm just
so
saying.
then, Home Alone, everyone says that's like the best Christmas movie of all time. How is it a Christmas movie? It's just a kid whose parents go away, and the burglars come down and fuck him over.
Let's talk about... First of all, neglect
Hey, is the second Die Hard based in Christmas? Is the second Die Hard based in
it is.
Christmas? It is? Is it?
Yeah.
The second Die Hard?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I'm not strong on the second
Home Alone. Take the Christmas concept out of it, and what is it? It's a kid.
Two creepy guys trying to kill a kid.
Kill a kid in a house.
Kill a kid
and
actually trying
fail
to
at
kill
it.
it.
And his parents are shit cunts.
Yeah, neglectful. They fly
They
overseas.
get to France. How is that a Christmas movie? Do they talk about the
And the kid's a little scam artist, little prick.
like like Scrooged, yeah, with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That is a Christmas movie.
Bill Murray's a
that
gun.
goes to Christmas past,
Yeah.
that goes to Christmas present, that goes to Christmas future, and it's about the spirit of Christmas and his whole renewship and kinship and blah blah blah. That's a Christmas movie. If Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, then fucking Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. It's exactly the same thing.
Home Alone is a really bad script without Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a really... Two old guys trying to kill a kid...
And fail.
And he scams his parents' credit card. His parents leave him as an 8-year-old, whatever he is.
Yeah, and they take 10 years to get back from Paris.
No one realises that he's missing.
They get to Paris.
He makes weapons. Where is he learning this stuff?
Yeah, and he tortures two dudes that try to break in.
What I love about that movie? The Uncle Frank.
Oh, yeah.
I think I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, he's a dog. I like the meme that's always on the net at Christmas time. How the hell does Kevin's dad afford a house like that?
Doesn't his brother pay for it?
No, Uncle Frank is
Yeah, but doesn't the dad have a brother who's in Paris who's paid for them to go over?
No. They've got it. He's got his brother in Paris. And he's
Yeah.
also got his brother Rob.
Yeah, that's the one
He's
that
in
the
New York.
house. That's the house that he
New
went
York.
into.
Yeah, that's under. No, it is his Uncle Rob. He's because in number 2 he says maybe I'll go visit my Uncle Rob if they're back from Paris. And and the brother's obviously still in Paris.
I thought the brother paid for their trip.
It's Peter McAllister, Kevin's dad. He pays for their trip, and the meme is always, how the fuck does this guy?
Maybe he was a banker.
Dude, that house is like Trump House, and he pays for like 15, 16 round trips to Paris at peak season.
I love that kid.
What job does
This
he
is
have,
like,
man?
what year did that come out?
90.
This is like, almost 30 years ago.
love that kid that drinks the
flights
Pepsi.
cost for, $5 grand as well. Yeah.
Dude, from the States to Paris, that's a $1,000 flight, man. But think about it, dude. You take the Christmas tree out of Home Alone, how is it? It's no longer dude, it's not a Christmas movie. There's no thing about Christmas in the entire thing other than the fact that you see a Santa at one point and he tells him he wants his family back. That's it. That's what I'm saying. It's not a Christmas movie. Scrooge is a Christmas movie.
never thought of Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
Dude,
I just haven't.
But this is my point, yeah? People get up in arms about Home Alone being the best Christmas movie ever. It's like,
I wouldn't say it's the best one.
But they say that it's like the must-watch Christmas movie. Bad Santa, is that a Christmas movie?
Dude, I watched it the other day.
I watched some of it.
What a sick cunt.
Yeah, did you see me Instagram the intro where he's throwing the bottles against the wall?
Yeah, dude.
Do you know what I love about that, man? He's Santa, and he's telling the little person that his plan is to go down to Miami or whatever, maybe buy a bar and just serve drinks to tourists, la la la. So flashes forward 7 months later or whatever, to a year later, to Miami, and he's behind a bar making like a tequila
And
sunrise.
you think he's working there?
He's working there. And then the guy walks up and says, "Hey, did I tell you to get for Alpha?" And he starts sculling the drink. He's like, "I'm just trying to get it in before the
It starts a fight. Because it's so calm. There's music, people are laughing, and he's sitting there like making a drink. He looks healthy and shit.
Yeah.
Hey! And he pulls one. He's drinking this vodka.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. That's the thing.
No.
Is Bad Santa a Christmas movie?
I don't know. I've only seen it once.
Okay.
He's playing Santa.
He dresses up as Santa at Christmas time and rorts a convenience department store. Yeah? If that's a Christmas movie, then Reindeer Games is a Christmas movie. Convicts dress up in Santa gear and they rob a casino. Yeah?
Is
If Home Alone is a Christmas movie, it's all about a kid who's home alone because his parents nick off overseas and he's left to defend himself against two intruders, right? How is Die Hard not a Christmas movie? Set on Christmas Eve, they're at a Christmas party, there's Christmas references all through the whole thing. How is that not a Christmas movie?
I don't know.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a Christmas movie because it's about the family coming over for Christmas and the whole thing revolves around Christmas. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, in that breath, Rocky IV is a Christmas movie because Stallone fights Drago on Christmas Day in Russia.
Snow, everything. Like,
Yeah, and he wishes his kid a Merry Christmas back in New York. I love how I called him Stallone and I called him Drago. Yeah, man. Merry Christmas. Watch Creed 2, by the way.
No, I haven't seen it.
Did you see it?
Did you like
Did
it?
it already come out?
Yeah, and it come out. It's probably finished now.
Did you like it?
It was good. It was better than the first one.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, better than the first one.
Ooh.
As in better than the first Creed. First Creed was sort of all over the joint because they were establishing shit. Creed 2's like...
How many creeds do you think they're going to make?
They're going to make one more?
They're going to make at least one more. They'll have to finish Balboa.
As long as there's money to be made.
You reckon they'll kill him off in the third one?
Yeah, I think Balboa himself... Balboa.
They're going to kill off Balboa. They're going to kill off Rocky. Or kill
They
off
have
Creed.
to, man. They have to kill off Rocky at some point. They have to kill him off.
They've killed everyone off.
They have to end... Like
the lineage.
The lineage, man, because obviously, you know, like his wife, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead. His trainer, his brother-in-law, his wife.
His brother-in-law,
the brother-in-law dies, doesn't he?
yeah. The
That's Creed 1.
The
haven't seen it.
nutcase.
What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, the nutcase.
You didn't want to watch Creed, even as an Italian?
Dude, we're not
I don't
Italians.
really watch movies anymore.
Dude, we're not Italians. We went to Philadelphia and to pose with the Rocky statue. And we're like full fucking photos, man.
That's right.
I still need to see those, by the way.
Oh, dude.
You've got them on that camera, the Sony plug piece. Yeah, what was I going to say about Balboa? Oh, it was the Rye Carnival with the guy throwing the cross. Did I tell you about it? No. I didn't tell you.
Didn't the chick win it?
No, it was a guy. Yeah, he actually turned out to be one of Rookie's mates. I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Rye where the Wogs throw the cross in, over the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and you just see like the whole procession. Dude, there's like
You didn't want to jump in?
Dude, there's like 1,000 people there. I'm sitting in my jeans and my t-shirt just lying on the sand with my sunnies on. There's like 1,000 people on that Rye Carnival, the Rye Pier, man. Rickety
It's
old.
barely just holding up.
I'd be a cunt with a snorkel and just linger underneath, man.
Just pop up.
And just pop up.
I said I'd be the dickhead in the Thorpe wetsuit. Dives in. Yeah.
Pay Thorpe.
Dude, that pier is just termites holding hands, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
bad.
For sure.
So there's literally like all of Oakley just parked on that stupid thing. Dude, I'm sitting there just watching the procession come back, and then you see the priest, and you see like a Greek flag being held like next to him as they're walking back. Dude, it's like they decided the Greek Orthodox Church is losing ground. We need a boost like morale. So what are we going to do? Dude, the guy that caught that swam out and got the cross, he literally looks like Stallone. Dude, he's like 6'5", curly, long, like mullety hair, shoulders back. His calves were like two chickens stuffed in a stocking.
Wouldn't all that mass hold him back, though, in the water?
Nah, because he's just a strong swimmer. Ian Thorpe was a big kid, and he outswam everyone. Dude, Rookie sent a photo before. I haven't got the comment.
him?
Yeah, I only saw it before. We've been talking here, so I haven't seen it. But I saw the photo.
I bet his name's Michali or something.
No, dude, hang on, let me find it. His name's Kiri. Look at this guy. Dude, look at him.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, he was on the news.
Dude, that's what I said. Okay, this is, as soon as I saw him, this is a wet
Fixed
dream.
from the start.
This is a wet dream for every newspaper in the country, because they're going to be like, the Greek Rambo, the Greek Adonis, like, takes out the trophy or some shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know what? We'll wrap on this, man, because it's getting late. Dude, Kyrgios versus Tomic. Kuyon Classic. They're finally facing each
I
other.
wonder who's going to pull out first.
Who pulls out with injury first? Yeah, I wonder.
Tomic is already talking smack. Because they're friends, but
Kyrgios will smash him.
I reckon.
No, actually smash him.
Yeah.
They're going to fight. Yeah.
Who's bigger?
Doesn't matter. Kyrgios is a wog, man. He'll smash him.
Kyrgios is this angry Malaysian
Dude.
They haven't let him go.
Malaysian Greek.
Yeah.
And he's just angry.
Like, even Tomic, like, he tanked it, but they sort of let him go. Kyrgios won
Yeah,
cup.
but see, Tomic seems too lethargic. Like, relax, man. Kyrgios is just angry.
Tomic is more Greek than Kyrgios. He's
Yeah.
he can't be bothered. Who do you reckon will win, honestly? Kyrgios? You'd have to say
I think
Kyrgios.
Tomic won today against.
Yeah, he did.
Jack
and he was
Sock.
trolling him about that.
Yeah,
He was like,
yeah,
I've won, he's scared, like, la la la. I don't
I don't know, man.
Oz Open's a week away, man. That's why I'm getting restless.
I think social media will be the real winner.
What a call.
What a call! Very good call. Out of all your pockets of ignorance, there's one shiny beacon of intelligence comes through. All right, my mind is I reckon Kyrgios will probably win. He's in better form. Tomic when he's on, he's good, but
Yeah, I reckon probably Kyrgios.
I don't know. Who's even in the Oz Open? I haven't even followed it.
Federer.
But last year everyone pulled out, remember? Is Nadal out?
I think he was saying that he wants to be there, but I don't know if he will.
Wants to be there.
He was like, asked and they said, "I will see."
Man.
Doesn't give a fuck. Mallorca getting a coffee.
He doesn't give a fuck.
They asked him. I saw him ask. He was like, "Oh, so we're going to see you at the Australian Open." He's like, "Yeah, I'd like to be there," and that's it.
Yeah, but he did.
He doesn't give a fuck.
What did he do? His knee, his ACL? I can't remember what it was.
It's always his legs.
Yeah, his knee.
He does not give a fuck.
He's made his billions.
Dude, people, like, friends have been talking about going to the Oz Open, and I'm, like, it's a nice day out, but it's long, it's expensive, and all I remember is getting beaten by the sun, because there's no shade, unless you're inside. Yeah. Dude, those tennis players play on, like, 55 degrees, man, running around chasing a yellow ball. How has someone not died at the Oz Open yet? Who was the player last year that nearly died? Do you remember him? He was, like, all pale and sunken.
Andy Murray?
He's always pale and sunken. That's just his morning day glow after getting laid in a sandwich. No, seriously.
He's got the personality of a wet blanket,
There
man.
was a guy that nearly died. Like, he was
Really?
nearly-
Last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, and that what's the French player Monfils? What his name is?
Yeah, Gabriel Monfils.
Yeah, he was nearly gone.
Gael Monfils.
Yeah, he was nearly dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the other dude that looks like Muhammad Ali?
Tonga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still love him, man. Arrogance.
Tonga.
Yeah.
He's arrogant.
He's arrogant.
He's French.
Yeah.
He's
I can't believe that guy's still around.
Tonga.
Tonga.
Yeah.
I saw him in like 2000
Just lingers. He just
Wasn't he
lingers.
around like when Agassi came back for the second time?
Calm down.
He was.
Yeah.
He was young though, man. He must have been really young.
How old's Tonga now?
Because I remember he was around when I kind of like used to take an interest in the tennis.
I'm trying to remember when he first popped up on the scene. It'd be at least 10 years. 10, 11 years? How much long? Not much longer than that. I don't know.
Joe Wilfred.
Joe Wilfred. His name's Songer, man. His first name's Wilfred. Really?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He turned pro in 2004. He's 33.
How old's that in tennis years? Towards the end.
15 years this year.
Yeah.
Nadal's like a year or two younger than us. He'd be around the same age. So you're saying Nadal and Songer played in the same era from the start and fed?
It would seem so.
Jesus.
Dude, he's never won a Grand Slam, but he's made $21 million.
Yeah, because he was marketable, man, because he looked like Ali. They all loved him.
It's not a bad little effort.
21 million. What's Kyrgios made? No,
Doesn't he brag about that every time they
No,
interview him?
Tomic
Tomic
does.
Oh,
He's like, I'm a millionaire, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for fun.
I can tell you, first I'll tell you how much Tomic made. That was a dick.
He is. He's a wank, but, you know, he can do whatever he wants. That's the thing. Like,
Alright, he's made $5 million. Like, how long is that going to last
Okay.
with his party boy lifestyle?
Tomic has made $5 million from doing nothing for the last, 5 years. Songer's made $20 million and he's played his balls off for the last, 15. Come on, man.
Kyrgios has made just under $7 million.
$7 million and the guy doesn't even have a trainer.
No, he doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't even have a trainer.
He has his brother in the box.
Just swearing at him from the box.
Looking like the
That's
Greek
it.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that's legit. Kyrgios has made $7 million without a trainer or a coach over the last 3-4 years. Song has made $20 million over the last 15, and he's played his nut off. He hasn't stopped playing. Anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy's Curios. My money's on Curios. We'll see what happens.
Look, I'm always going to go for Curious. I just don't like Tomic. I just don't like him.
They're both wanks.
I know, but
But is one
I think
wankier than the
Kyrgios
other?
I
Is
think
one more
Kyrgios
wanky?
Yeah, you're right. I think
Is there one that's more wankier than the
Yeah,
other?
it's to be Bernard.
Yeah.
Just his name. Bernard. As well. I think that makes him a bit more of a wank.
Yeah.
Like Bernie.
And his head just pisses me off.
He's a Croat.
If he's,
He's a crow.
he looks like just E.T., man.
Yeah.
Croats, I just think of Streets of Rage. The guys in the red t-shirts. The red first level
of
bosses. Is it first level? It is. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this shit up. Yeah, actually, how long do you reckon it is?
Johnny?
It's a good effort. First shot back.
2 hours.
Did you put a timer on?
No, I should have.
No, honestly. What do you reckon?
I reckon about 2 and...
Oh, man.
I reckon about...
Well, now it's going to be like 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to go about 250.
Ooh, no, I'd say about 238.
237, 8.
Oh!
Dude, that just stopped.
Yeah.
Dude, legit, that just stopped recording. As in, as soon as I said 237, like whatever, that just stopped.
Back on?
I'm back on now, but that just stopped. That's fucked.
I told you who I am. No one believes me.
Oh my god. All right. Well,
I've been listening to a lot of Rotting Christ lately.
This is episode. I was saying this before, man. I was saying this the other day. Someone asked me how long we've been going for. This is episode, excluding my little public service announcements. This is episode 97.
3 more to the ton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think this could be our last one here.
You reckon?
I'm going to be out in 2 weeks. If we can't do one next week, that means I'm out.
What
And we'll be at the new place.
When does it run out?
22nd, I've got to be out.
When's that? Today's the 8th?
2 weeks. Today's the 6th? 8th.
Yeah.
8th.
I've got to be out by a Tuesday. So if we can't do next Tuesday, that means the Tuesday after, I'm gone.
I'll tell you what, Wednesday's my day off, so Tuesday I can give you a hand to like move this last shit like back. Like whatever time I finish work.
I think which is great for both of you because it's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, much closer.
Too bad for Aurora.
Should deal.
Should deal. This could be the last one.
This could be the last
We'll do
one.
one next week. That's the only other.
We'll try. We'll try.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We said we would try to do a phone away in here and just like get some food and get some drinks.
Yeah, we have, if anything, we'll get Aurora down as well. Have like a couple of drinks here. Shit, man. How long have we been here? 2 years? 2 years?
So we're a year at Dojo.
2 years.
We're 2 years here.
Holy shit. I've been driving to South Melbourne for 2 years.
Yeah, man.
What are you going to say anything to Simo's Deli? Pricks. They never gave me a free coffee.
I want to firebomb their window.
Dude, those bums.
Yeah.
Still to this.
They give you a freebie.
I did 2 years at school around the corner from here.
Yeah.
2 years doing the podcast here. And I used to come to the area when I did events to pick up like furnishings and stuff from around here. Our silks used to get repaired. Just past the, you're missing thing.
Yeah.
They've never given me a free coffee, man.
A grope. Anything.
They never sneezed.
Tap on the arse. Something.
That's it.
Yeah.
You going to say anything? Do they know we're leaving? I don't know.
I don't give a fuck, man. They've been on holiday. They're not even back
I
yet.
don't give a fuck.
I don't care, man.
Residency for over 2 years. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
Alright,
That
cool. So episode 97 hopefully will be from here. We'll try and do one.
Actually, I'll tell you quickly what's going in here. It's the brewery across the road.
Yeah.
They're coming into here. And they're the craft beers and pizzas and shit. So we've been invited when they open here as well. It's going to be sick.
Oh, I can open. Oh,
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I think they're going to move up here. They're going to deck this place out.
so what? This is going to be. They're going to be serving shit from here.
No, they're going to be living up here.
What's downstairs?
The servery. The beers and the pizza. They're getting a pizza oven and everything.
Where they're making the shit? As in the brewery. Where's the actual brewery?
He's got a micro brewery in that little piece of shit where he's now.
He's not moving that though.
Yeah.
So it's all coming here.
Yeah.
How are they going to do that?
He'll do it. He's smart. He's a Yank. He knows what's going on. He's actually a good guy, him and his wife. Like,
How
they're
long?
sick.
When do you reckon they're going to be in here?
Probably about a month or two after. Like it's still going to take a bit of time to.
We'll probably leave the Trump flag. We'll leave the Trump flag for the Americans.
I swear I'll do it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Yeah, just on
On the couch. It's my
man.
throw.
It's a throw.
It's my couch throw.
When he crashes,
even
he
see it.
sleeps with the flag.
Just leave him
around.
just hanging.
Dude, he sleeps.
Trump keeps me warm at
He
night.
sleeps with the Trump flag. All right, cool. 97. Thanks for listening. Blah blah blah. Hopefully, So this is 97. Next week is 98.
98. Yeah.
Oh.
Johnny, thanks for the salami.
No worries, mate.
Great
Yeah, that's
stuff.
actually good
Great
salami,
stuff.
man.
Absolutely.
You need to explain the process again of what's actually in it.
Yeah. Next time you
I'm
come
like
on,
you even got it out.
why you had to smuggle it?
Yeah, well, didn't know it's a story, man. They'd rather sacrifice their own children than lose salami.
We said it back in the day. We would have
Yeah,
been in like start of high school, maybe.
I have to do like Mission Impossible styles.
We said, can you imagine like some wog
serious.
somewhere comes home, finds his son like beaten to death in the front yard, front door bashed in, just jumps straight in, screams at him, runs to the back looking for the meat in the garage. It's just
Steps over his dying son.
over his dying son. People just massacre.
Salami, is it safe?
It's safe. Oh, salami.
The wine's under lock and key.
I guess I better call the Ambos.
Yeah, man. On the way back. All right, cool. All right, yeah. Hopefully we get one done next week. Otherwise, we'll do another one
In the new place.
We've got to come up with a name as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We need to get. You know, what we need to finally get live nudes.
Yes, I was going to get like a flashing sign saying live news. It's the best sign ever.
Yeah. All right, cool. Call it.
Leverage.